everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Alyssa and I make topics every single Tuesday. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't really have that much of a theme or title planned. I'm just gonna talk and go straight into it. So I hope you enjoy. But basically, what came to mind earlier this morning, I was resting and thinking, what topic should I do? What topic should I do? What topic should I do? And this came to mind. Are you the star of your life? Are you the star of your own life? Or who is the star of your life? Basically, who is the main focus outside of God or a higher power of your life? Because if that answer is not yourself, then there's work to be done there. And I feel the same way. There's work to be done there. But when we become the star or the main character of our own lives, think about how much more enjoyable and fun every little moment in life becomes. Because now at this point, not only are you living life day by day, but each day is kind of like a new episode, a new chance to write your own story and to become a different version of yourself. For example, for me, going through the changes in my life of getting older and just learning things about adulthood and whatnot, I've discovered that my personal style, not that it's set in stone, has been changing. And I sat and I thought to myself, I could either try to place myself in this box because I know this is what I'm known for, this is part of my brand, femininity, etc., or I can go ahead and branch out and discover different parts and facets of my personality, myself, as I grow and evolve and ascend spiritually, physically, emotionally, hopefully all of the above, right? So that is just an example. What areas of your life can you kind of reach into? What areas of your life can you tweak more to your liking day to day? For example, if you normally drink coffee, maybe try a matcha tea or a latte or a cappuccino. Just little things to show that you are in control of your life and you do have the chance to make little tweaks and edits wherever you see fit because you are the director of your story, essentially. Now, are there things that I feel seem uncontrollable, like work, taxes, responsibilities? Yes and no, because this goes back to perspective. When we change and alter the way that we see a situation, the experience in a given situation is altered altogether. I don't know why my nose is running. I have been having the craziest allergies. Excuse them. When we're able to do that, just imagine the outlook that you have. For example, I made a video on turning a negative to a positive, or rejection is not a bad thing, because you can look at that situation and transmute that energy into something positive for your good. What can you do as the director of your life, as the star of your own life, to make it better? If you, for example, have a big change in your life, how can you use that to go ahead and pivot? My friend used that word the other day, and I hope she doesn't mind that I use it for this kind of concept, but pivot. Don't be afraid to, at any point in your life, pivot and redirect and refocus, because you have the right to do so. We are not here to be just static, one-dimensional beings. We are much more than the flesh and bones that you see in everyday life. A lot of the choices we make are based off of the spiritual realm or spiritual gifts that we have. And so you can't really ignore that inner voice that's telling you, okay, I want to make a change, or I want to do something different, I want to dye my hair. I'm talking about physical, but this could be emotional. I usually wake up in a bad mood, but today I'm going to make up my bed. I'm going to make myself a nice breakfast if I have the extra time, or maybe have a yogurt instead of just dashing out the door and not eating anything and then being grumpy as a result, and it just programming your day to be a certain way. Do you understand? Do you see where I'm going with this? Being the star of your life. Who is the star of your life? If it is not you, again, make little changes, start to make these changes. They rewire your brain chemistry, and once their brain chemistry has been programmed or altered, it becomes like a running circuit that you don't even have to think about after a while, and that's amazing. So then you have created a new version of yourself just by simply making that, that simple little change. Or it might even lead you to an opportunity. You might have a chance to go to a networking event, and let's say you've never been to one, but as the director of the star, the main character of your own life, what will you do? You're going to go to that networking event. And let's say that networking event leads you to meet someone who gets you a new job opportunity into a field that you have always wanted to delve into, but no one's really looked at you or given you the chance. Now you have this potential colleague that's going to put in a good word for you, and you have the opportunity to work in this field that you've always dreamed of. Are you the star of your own life? That's all I'm saying. I know it's a bit of a ramble. And when I woke up this morning, I was like, ooh, that is a great one. That's a good one. It is something that resonates with me. And honestly, I'll probably rewatch this video just to get some inspiration to keep on, reinventing yourself. Keep reinventing yourself. If you are a woman, man, whoever, you can always pivot, reinvent who you are. There is nobody telling you that you have to run the same programs every single day. It is just unconscious. And unfortunately, the only way to change it is to consciously become aware that, hey, I don't want to be like this anymore, or I want to give this to the world. So therefore, I'm going to make these changes to be able to contribute in a positive way. What little changes can you do to become the star or take back the wheel of your own life? I want you guys to seriously consider that as we go into this new week. I'm going to be doing the same. Excuse me, I had to cough. I'm going to be doing the same thing, and I would love to see if you are implementing some of this stuff that I'm talking about today. Side note, yes, today was kind of a moment where I was struggling inspirationally or creatively in the realm of creativity. But you know what? It came to me just like that. Pivot and redirect and do what you got to do to take back the wheel of your life, become the star of your own life. Because if you don't, the reality is that if you don't take the reins over your destiny or your outlook on life, someone else is going to decide that for you. You just have to decide what version you want. So I know it seems a little esoteric, but it really is quite that simple, and it's actually scientific. If you look at brain reprogramming, look into that type of stuff, it hints at the literal ability to recreate and redirect your own life. So I think that's all that I have for this video. If you like these type of short, kind of improvisational, from the heart videos, please give this a like so I know to feel more and that the algorithm shares this with people who need to hear it, like me and other people alike. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.